Hi friends, and welcome to my channel. My name is Tanner and this is my Esoterica. Today we're back with the next video in our series of channel message readings for our zodiacs with a Scorpio reading. So how this reading will work, Scorpio, is we'll start with this deck to get some channeled messages from the person you are connected to, their higher self, some messages they have for you if they could say something to you. Then we'll move into tarot. We'll do an energy check. We'll check your energy, their energy, see what's coming next, and get some advice for you as well. And then if your person has anything else to say at the end, we'll pull some extra cards just to see. So I already shuffled both of the decks, and Spirit bade me stop. So let's go ahead and get started and see what's on the bottom. What your person has to say for you, Scorpio. I miss you more and more every day. So this is definitely for a collective of Scorpios that is in separation with their person. They're feeling your pull, Scorpio. They're feeling the pull of your energy on theirs. So let's go ahead and just shuffle out a few cards. We'll see what comes out and then we will ride the flow. So thank you, Spirit. Let's go ahead and get some channeled messages from our Scorpio viewers person, the person they are connected to at this time. What messages do they have for our Scorpio viewer? So we have, I'm taking time to find myself again. We have, I'm trying to become the best version of myself for you. Anything else? I am running because I don't think I deserve you. Wow. Okay, so we just started with two. I don't want to try to like force any extra messages to come out if they're not naturally doing so. So again, we'll try to get some more messages at the end, but we'll start with these two. And of course this one. So clearly you are dealing with a runner, somebody who's emotionally avoidant. You could resonate with being in a twin flame connection or a twin flame dynamic. But yeah, this person is on the run from you. What's underneath? You don't realize how perfect you are to me. So, and this one's peeking out at us, and let's just look just to see. I just want to hear your voice. So yeah, they are definitely missing you and your energy right now, Scorpio, but they don't think they deserve you. I feel like they have a lot of healing to do still. And yeah, clearly they're taking time to find themselves again. But I think the silver lining in this situation is that they are trying to grow and heal and evolve. They're trying to become the best version of themselves for you. So honestly, you know, sad to be in separation, but beautiful energy for them, for their growth. So yeah. So we'll start with these two messages and we'll go ahead and get into tarot. And I am using the Mellow Schema deck by RM Lee. She is an independent artist on Kickstarter and this deck is beautiful. She's amazing. I want to support her and she's been wonderful to me. So long story short, that's why I'm using this deck for all of these channeled messages coming up. But let's use this deck to do sort of an energy check of what's been going on in this situation. So again, I've already shuffled this, but let's take a look and see what's on the bottom. The Chariot. So yeah, this is the energy of moving forward, overcoming obstacles, overcoming challenges. And I love the symbolism in this deck, and you can also see the pretty sparkles. But it's like this ball is perched on top of this mountain, right? And it's like about ready to roll down and just kind of completely it's like, you know, knocking down a bunch of bowling pins down here, I imagine. So yeah, you're poised to really move forward from this connection, Scorpio. I feel like you're not really sitting around waiting for this person to come back around. I feel like you're very interested in just moving forward from this. And then you also have the Four of Pentacles. So it's like you're conflicted, like part of you is still holding on to this, or they're still holding on to you, or you guys are still holding on to each other. But it's like there are obstacles still left to overcome. And I'm not sure if you're really interested in continuing to wait to see if this person can grow to meet you with where you're at right now. So let's do a couple of cuts. Let's see what's happening at the heart of the situation, which is what I like to call it. And then we'll get some more insight. You'll know if this reading is meant for you. So thanks, Spirit. What else has been going on in the situation with our Scorpios and their person? Five of Swords. So arguments, right? This is mind games. So you could have felt like this person was playing mind games with you, Scorpio. This is somebody letting their ego get in the way, somebody fighting to win instead of really trying to be cooperative. So yeah, you guys could have had a lot of arguments. You could have, again, felt like this person was playing mind games with you. I feel like, again, a lot of ego was involved in this. Could have been harsh with their words as well with the Five of Swords. Excuse me, blocked throat chakra. So definitely could have been communication issues. Let's see what else we get. Oh goodness. What else do we have, Spirit, for this situation for our Scorpios? What else has been going on in this situation, Spirit? Goodness, I knew that was going to happen. Some of these cards got flipped upside down, so I'd never put the cards upside down intentionally in here. I do read reversals when they flip out that way. All of that to say, this reading's about to get a lot more layered. So thanks, Spirit. What else do we have for this situation with our Scorpios? The Two of Pentacles in reverse. So you definitely feel like this person wasn't prioritizing you or prioritizing this connection. You could have felt like you were being juggled. But I felt like, you know, for this person, this situation was really overwhelming for them too. They could be going through some financial troubles, or like just very focused on their material world. But with the Two of Pentacles in reverse, this again suggests that they did not have their priorities in order and they weren't able to get them that way. So definitely they weren't able to give you the energy that you deserve, I feel, Scorpio. So yeah, definitely juggling you, juggling your attention. Let's do one more cut and then we'll go ahead and do some energy checks. So what else is happening in this connection, Spirit, with our Scorpio collective? King of Swords. So I feel like someone here has really had to step up, and I feel like it's you, Scorpio. I feel like you've had to really put up boundaries with this person and kind of cut through the confusion. Like, you demand truth and accountability from people that you are connected to, Scorpio, and I feel like that's what you demanded from this person. You could have also been dealing with an air sign, or you could have air placements, or they could have had, you know, prominent air placements. But the King of Swords also makes me think of somebody, again, I'm thinking of the shadow sides of the King of Swords, which is somebody, again, who's very harsh with their words. Reminiscent of that Five of Swords energy, somebody who, you know, fights to win, somebody who is not always forthright and honest, uses their words to manipulate people instead of encourage them. That sort of vibe. Emotionally distant as well, like cold. All of these are the shadow sides of the King of Swords. So you could have been dealing with somebody who was establishing or exhibiting those sorts of traits. So, all right. Let's go ahead and move into the energies. So I'm intending for your energy to come out on this side, Scorpio, and your person's energy to come out on this side. But energy is fluid, so if you feel like you're resonating with this side more, then just flip things around. Also, if you're a cross-watcher watching this, you may find you resonate more with the viewer's side instead of your side. Again, energy is fluid. Just take whichever side resonates with you, okay? But let's start looking at your energy, Scorpio. What is your energy when it comes to this situation? What is your energy when it comes to this situation, Scorpio? Oh my goodness. your energy, Scorpio. Woo! Whoops. Well, Spirit has spoken. Okay. So, I feel like you really saw this person as your person, Scorpio. Like, you saw them as marriage potential with the Four of Wands here. This is all about, you know, a stable connection, feeling like you found home somewhere. This is also the marriage card, so you could have seen yourself getting married to this person too. But I feel like you finally learned a lesson here with the Ten of Swords in reverse, and you're finally like bouncing back up from hitting rock bottom. That's kind of what this energy represents, because the Ten of Swords in the upright is, again, feeling like you've hit rock bottom. Tens, I want to point out, are the ends of cycles. So it does feel like you've reached the end of a cycle here with this person, Scorpio. But again, this card popped out in the reverse for you. So it's not feeling like you've hit rock bottom, feeling like you've been backstabbed. Again, it's feeling like you're bouncing back from this energy. You're healing from this. You're recovering from, you know, feeling backstabbed and betrayed. So this person could have also betrayed your trust in some way, Scorpio. But yeah, finally learning a lesson, finally bouncing back from hitting rock bottom. And I want to say also, like, finding your own stability again with this card. Finding your community again, like going back outside, getting in touch with your friends. Just like the Four of Wands is like celebrations and good times with your community. So I feel like, you know, you're healing and you're getting back out there and, like, again, just like being a person again. Yeah. So cool. On the bottom, we have the Four of Swords in reverse. So yeah, you're like coming back outside. I feel like you've been in a period of rest and reflection and like trying to rest your mind, recover your energy. But now it's like you're ready to pop back outside. It is almost summertime as I'm filming this. All my readings are timeless, but yeah, so you could be gearing up for a fun summer, Scorpio. I love that for you. So Five of Cups. So there's still a feeling of like loss here. Maybe you're trying to like mask it a little bit by, you know, going outside and having a good time. And I'm not coming for you at all. Fake it till you make it is what they say. So go out, have fun. Eventually it'll feel real, you know? But yeah, definitely still feeling the loss of this. Queen of Wands in reverse. Yeah, I feel like this really hit your confidence, Scorpio. So yeah, you could be feeling like a little, like not in your full self right now as well. Like, yeah, the situation could have knocked out your confidence for sure. But okay, so let's look at your person's energy, Scorpio. What is our Scorpio viewers' person's energy, Spirit? Ooh, that was a mouthful. Thank you, Spirit. What is our Scorpio viewers' person's energy right now when it comes to this connection? Our Scorpio viewers' person's energy. Our Scorpio viewers' person's energy, Spirit. A very particular card wants to come out. So, our Scorpio viewers' person's energies, please, Spirit. Well, that might have been it. Hold on. Sorry, friends. Spirit. Your person could be very, not, again, avoidant or not really forthright with their feelings because it's hard, a little hard to read them. But where did this stop? Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So they're not feeling very stable right now or secure in themselves at all. Again, they could be dealing with financial issues. But yeah, they're feeling insecure. They're feeling ungrounded. They're not feeling stable right now, at the very least. But let's see. What is our Scorpio viewers' person's energy, Spirit, right now? Spirit said this one. The Lovers, of course. So, whoops, sorry, friend. So they definitely feel this intense love connection with you, Scorpio. The Lovers is the card of a love that's not easy. Intense, yes. Easy, no. So this could have been, again, could resonate with being a twin flame or a counterpart. But this is like, this person feels this intense love connection with you, Scorpio. So if you've ever wondered if they feel it too, this is your confirmation. Yes, they feel it. But the Lovers also is indicative of having to make a choice. Often it involves a choice between your head and your heart. So your person could feel very pulled between their head and their heart. And that's one of the meanings of the Two of Pentacles as well that we saw earlier. So definitely feeling the pull of you, Scorpio, feeling this intense love for you. But again, it's a love that's not easy. It could have been a situation that triggered a lot of both of your emotional wounds or childhood traumas, which is what these types of connections are designed to do. So in that sense, it's working, but it takes a lot of of internal work and processing and really getting to the root of those traumas and like yanking them up to really see progress on the twin flame journey. Again, if that resonates with you. But another thing about these connections is that they are mirrored. So when you do the work to grow and heal and evolve, your counterpart can't help but grow and evolve and change with you. And if you are starting to find stability again, if you are starting to get outside and having fun and raising your vibrations and all of that jazz, then again, that starts to pull on this person's energy. The divine masculine, I'm not talking about sex or gender, twin flame dynamics, divine masculine, divine feminine, they are energy dynamics. So anyone and anybody can be a divine masculine or a divine feminine. But, oh no, I lost my train of thought. Something about divine masculines. They run. They're runners. They're avoidant by nature. Often you guys have similar wounding, but on opposite spectrums. So you could resonate with being an overgiver, somebody who's very aware of other people's emotions. And on the opposite end, you know, divine masculines tend to be emotionally, again, avoidant, not really knowing how to tap in. They're very focused on the 3D external world to validate them until they have gotten far enough along on the journey where they awaken too. But again, you know, they are feeling this connection with you, Scorpio. Seven of Wands in reverse. It's like they want to put down their guard. Seven of Wands upright is about keeping boundaries up, fighting to hold your position. Your person could be feeling just also overwhelmed by this connection. Another meaning of the Seven of Wands in reverse. Like they're too tired to keep fighting or too overwhelmed. So yeah, let us try to get another one for your person's energy. Thank you, Spirit. What else is going on with our Scorpio viewers person? Oh, there we go. Ten of Pentacles in reverse. So yes, definitely feeling unstable. Again, could be having financial troubles. Could also have been letting the outside of opinions of friends and family get in the way of this connection with the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. But I'm seeing a lot of energy of just not being stable. Your person, Scorpio, doesn't seem like they have a long-term plan or like any sort of foundation for a long-term goal right now. Like they can't see like the forest for the trees is what's coming to me right now with this Ten of Pentacles energy in reverse. So it's like they're feeling the pull of you, but like these messages are saying, like they are trying to take time to become the best version of themselves. because they don't feel that way. They don't feel stable in themselves. With that Queen of Pentacles in reverse that we saw not too long ago, yeah, they're not feeling secure in themselves. They're not feeling confident enough to match you. So yeah, they're trying to find themselves, but they are still feeling the pull of you. So take that for what it is. I want to get one more for you, Scorpio, one more for your person, and we'll continue the reading from there. All right, so thank you, Spirit. What else do we have for our Scorpio viewer? What else is in their energy right now? What else is going on in their energy for our Scorpio viewer? For our Scorpio viewer, Spirit, what else is happening in their energy? For our Scorpio viewer, please, Spirit. This one. Knight of Swords, but in reverse. Very interesting. So the Knight of Swords upright is all about taking quick, decisive action. You know, having a plan, executing it, clear thinking, you know, just action. So for this energy to come up in reverse, it suggests that you're kind of feeling blocked from taking action. You could just still be feeling kind of confused over this whole connection. Like you don't have like a completely clear head around it yet. So it could be hard for you to really take action on moving forward all the way, even though that's what you're trying to do, because while you're at the end of this cycle, I do feel like you are still healing from this, Scorpio. But let me really quickly just double check my old tarot notes and see what the Knight of Swords in reverse, what some other things might be. So impulsiveness, harsh words or arguments, rushing in without planning, aggression, disregard for consequences, miscommunications, and being overly forceful. So you might have actually, you know, told this person off, Scorpio, is what I'm getting. Whoops, sorry, knocked you again. With this Knight of Swords in reverse. So you could have told this person to go F themselves. That you really had, like, you could have been the one to use harsh words with that Five of Swords that we saw in the beginning. Again, no judgment from me at all. And again, if you find yourself resonating with this more than this, switch them around. But yeah, I feel like you're still feeling cloudy around this. You may have told them off, told them to never touch you or talk to you or anything like that ever again. But there's a sense of also being stuck here with the Knight in reverse. Because the Knights upright are all about action and forward movement. So I feel like you are still just a little bit maybe stuck in your head, Scorpio, over this. And again, no, I'm not judging you at all. That's just what's coming out in the energy. Excuse me, 2333 I saw. So check out that number, see if there's a message there for you. But yeah, trying to heal, trying to find stability in yourself again, trying to have good times with your community. Maybe we're a little harsh with this person, but you know, they hurt you, and it's taken you some time to get to this place where you finally feel like you're starting to feel stable again, and you're starting to bounce back from whoops, sorry friends, ran out of storage. But as I was saying, it's taken you some time to get to this point, Scorpio. I feel like with the World on the bottom in reverse, you've probably gone through a lot of cycles with this person, like a lot of, you know, repeated themes, you know, so perhaps a lot of running chasing cycles. Again, if this does, like a twin flame connection, if that does resonate with you, that is par for the course. But yeah, I feel like you're just tired of repeating the cycles. So let's get one more card for your person's energy. Thanks, Spirit. Can we get one more card for our Scorpio viewers person, the person they're connected to? One more card for their energy, please, Spirit. For our Scorpio viewers person, the person they are connected to. right, well, we got quite a few. So the Magician in reverse, all of these. Okay, not all of these. Okay, so let's go through it. So the Magician in reverse. Right now your person is feeling like it's hard for them to take action. It's hard for them to take control of the situation right now. I feel like they're not aligned right now with the Magician in reverse. They could have also been, a little manipulative in the past. That is a shadow side of the Magician. But yeah, overall, just not able to, like, they feel like they don't have control over their own life right now. With the Fool in reverse, like, there's a sense of immaturity here. There's a sense of being afraid to take a leap of faith towards something, towards you, towards this connection. They're afraid, a little naive and a little afraid. So yeah, that's the Fool in reverse. With Judgment here, it's really interesting though, because it's like they're having a wake-up call. So I feel like, because they are feeling your energy, Scorpio, with that Lover's energy, they are having a wake-up call. Like, they really are trying to take time to find themselves. They really are trying to become the best version of themselves, because they're trying to leave the past version, the darkness behind, and go into the light. Meta Schema. So this is a card that's particular to this deck, but it talks about being able to see the big picture of a situation, of a scenario. So right now it feels like your person, with this card coming up in reverse, that they're not able to see the big picture right now. And with the Eight of Wands, it's like their focus is very much focused on, their focus is very much on moving themselves forward, seeing rapid change and rapid growth in their own life. So yeah, that was a nice little smorgasbord of cards. Let's see, anything else that might be going on in your energy, Scorpio, since we're here. Anything else that might be going on for our Scorpios, Spirit, that we should talk about? Anything else going on for our Scorpios? This one. King of Wands in reverse. Honestly, again, this makes me feel like, because we saw the Queen of Wands in reverse too earlier for your energy. One, again, you could have been dealing with a player. Like, this King of Wands in reverse could very well represent the energy of the person you are connected to, like how you are currently feeling about them. So they could, again, they could have felt like a player. Could have also been a fire sign. Again, doesn't have to be. But with that Queen of Wands in reverse, that King of Wands we saw in reverse as well. We saw the King and Queen. So again, this could feel like a divine connection, a soulmate connection. But again, reversed King of Wands, you've taken a hit to your confidence here. And it might have made you afraid to take action towards things in your own life for a while, because I think you needed to take some time to really heal and reconnect with your community, like your friends and your support system, I mean. So yeah, I can see this, like, the ending between you guys was clearly very painful with the Ten of Wands here, or Ten of Swords, but Ten of Wands, there is no accidents. Ten of Wands, you're probably also feeling, just overburdened by the situation in general. You saw, again, the potential for marriage, the potential for stability, but it's like this person just wasn't able to meet you there. Again, something happened that was painful for you. Something happened that really knocked out your confidence. And your person knows that they have work to do. And they're very focused on making sure that happens. Now, what I want to say to you, Scorpio, is that I want to make sure that you too are doing the work to continue to heal, because if you do resonate with this being a twin flame dynamic, again, these relationships are mirrors. So when you heal, your person heals. And when they heal enough, you know, that's when they feel like they can come back in, and maybe you guys can see, you know, if you guys can meet on the same frequency. And then maybe you can try again or not. Again, completely up to you. If you don't want this person back, then I don't know why you're here watching this reading. But, you know, I'm not here to tell anybody that they have to sit around waiting for any person, soulmate or not, to come and magically make their lives better. Like, these types of journeys are for you, for your growth, for your, and like for your higher alignment. They're meant to trigger you so you can, again, examine your own wounding, so you can turn this king and that queen that we saw right side up, so you can be confident and be charismatic and magnetic and powerful. Because you are all those things naturally. This energy wouldn't come up at all if it wasn't already in your energy. But again, it's the reversals. There's the blockage of this energy in its highest form. So keep healing, Scorpio. You know, keep trying to find your stability. It is tough, especially if this is something that maybe just happened, if it's a little fresh for you. But give it time. Again, your community is going to be very helpful for you right now. And just try to get your spark back, Scorpio. Yeah. So let's go ahead and see. Let's get some advice for you. So thank you, Spirit. Can we please get some advice for our Scorpio collective? What can they focus on right now? What advice do we have for our Scorpios? Let's say this one. Yes. Death. Oh, wow. Okay, so your advice is to embrace this reset, like embrace this ending, because it's leading to a new beginning, Scorpio, for both of you. So let the old version of this situation die, you know, let it go. Let something else be born in its place. So that's your advice, Scorpio. Let this end. So something more beautiful can form from the darkness, from the ashes. So that's your advice. What is coming next in this situation, Spirit, for our Scorpios? We're gonna come back to this for advice. So yeah, embrace this. What did I say earlier? This ending. Focus on moving into calmer waters with the Six of Swords here. You're in a transitionary period right now, Scorpio, so it's okay if these feelings are fresh. It's okay to be, you know, kind of caught up in your head and still dealing with the mental baggage of this. But trust Spirit, trust the flow of things. Let your higher self guide you through these, you know, next couple weeks, months, what have you. Yeah, because you're moving, something new is being born here. So that's your advice. What is coming next for our Scorpio collective, Spirit? What is coming next for our Scorpios? What is coming next, Spirit, for our Scorpio collective? The moon. Okay. So I do still see some confusion in the future, Scorpio. I also see you guys kind of getting more in flow, kind of, I mean, you guys are a water sign. You guys are very intuitive already. But I feel like, you know, again, if this is a twin flame relationship, twin flame dynamic, a big part of it is the feminine ascension. So I do feel like, you know, you'll be connecting more and more with your intuition. You'll be connecting more with spirit. And, you know, you might be a little confused for a bit. You know, it's a confusing dynamic. It's painful, it's hurtful. And you hardly ever get the chance to truly get clarity from the other person, because they're always, you know, in avoidance and not really wanting to, not having the capacity to, I should say, really sit down and be open and honest with you. They just don't have that capacity. Gosh darn it. Sorry, I keep knocking you, friend. They don't have that capacity yet. So, you know, I do still see that in the future. But again, learn to trust this intuition. Learn to trust the flow of things, Scorpio. Things always have a way of working out better than you planned it, even if the way you end up getting there wasn't the way you envisioned it at all, right? So take the time to heal. Trust in the higher, in the bigger picture of this. Learn to just go with the flow. Embrace this ending. Grieve it. Cry. You know, do the healing. But get your confidence back. You know, you're a baddie. Everybody is so drawn to Scorpios. You guys know this. You have this mysterious, magical, alluring energy. So, you know, tap back into that. Tap back into yourself, into your intuition, into the higher realms. Like, trust the flow. And, you know, I think things will eventually start to become clearer, okay? So, trust your intuition, Scorpio. Trust the flow of things. Embrace this ending. And yeah, that's what we have for you. So let's go ahead and close out this reading. I do see the Nine of Swords here. So I do feel like there's a lot of anxiety still playing out for you, Scorpio. But like, you have to go through it to get over it, right? So process this, journal, go to therapy if you have to, talk to your friends, talk to your community, you know, talk on Reddit if you resonate with being a twin flame. You know, there are communities out there to support you. So yeah, get your confidence back. You got this. I'm rooting for you. I love you guys so, so much. But okay, let's end this reading and see if your person has any other final messages. 1333, remember I had to restart my timer, but look up 1333. But yeah, any final messages that your person might have for you, Scorpio. Thank you, Spirit. Any final messages from our Scorpio viewers person? Any final messages? Ooh. Any other final messages for our Scorpio from your person? No. You got this one, though. I became numb because I refused to take accountability for my behavior. Ooh. There it is. And then, this is kind of poetic, so I want to show you. What ended up being on the bottom is the same card that we started with. I miss you more and more every day. So yeah, my friends, that is your reading, Scorpios. It seems like your person does want to change. They know they messed up, and they know they have work to do. So be patient, get your spark back for yourself, and, you know, the universe has a way of surprising you. So, all right, my friends, I'm going to leave it here. Thank you guys so much for spending some time with me. If you liked this reading, if it resonated, please consider liking, commenting, subscribing, all that good stuff. I'd love to hear from you. You know, I'm trying to build this community out on our YouTube. So yeah, thank you guys so much. I'm sending you guys a lot of love and light, and we'll see you in the next one, okay? All right, take care. Bye.